Hello, everyone. This is Shawnatha Collier, and I am going to be doing a video to help you get started with online giving at Lord of Life if you are interested in doing so, but maybe just need a little bit of help knowing where to go and how to get it set up. So before we get started, I hope everyone can see my cursor, and once I actually come to the website, it's pink so that hopefully it makes it a little easier for you to see where my mouse is. So to get started, we need to go to the Lord of Life website, which is what you see in front of you. Then we're going to go to the Giving tab and click Generosity. Once we're on this page, we want to scroll down, and there will be a little click button that says Online Giving, and you will click that, and that will redirect you to the platform that Lord of Life uses for the online giving. The first thing I would recommend doing, if you haven't done so already, is signing up for an account. So if you click sign up, it'll pull up this lovely little dialog box here in just a minute when my computer loads it. And you'll put in your first name, your last name, your email, and give it a password. I have actually already created an account, so I can't show you that process, but that's fairly straightforward. So I'm going to log into my account again once my computer loads it. And once you have actually signed up and you have an account, some of this will be a little bit kind of auto filled in for you, as we'll see here again in hopefully just a moment. So you'll see it's got me, I'm already in there, it knows, hey, you've been here before. So I will type in my password and hit next to get myself logged in. Okay, so you will notice this is the same screen we saw a moment ago. So once you're logged in, you will make a decision on where you would like to have your generosity pledge go to. And I am going to choose the general fund for this example. And you will see this screen. First thing it wants us to tell it is an amount. So for example, I'm going to use $10. The next thing we have a choice of is whether or not we want it to be a one-time donation or a recurring donation. So let's say if we chose one time, it gives us the option of doing it pretty much immediately, as in now, or you can do it at a future date. So if you are maybe interested in doing your giving, say in June, and you want to do it all at once, this might be a way for you to set that up. Or let's just say you, for whatever reason, want to do just a little bit more than what you have typically been giving, but you don't want to make that your every week routine. You can do this as a one-time additional donation. But I'm doing this video kind of as part of our campaign to encourage people to let us know your generosity giving for next year ahead of time through kind of that pledging process. So I'm going to do this as if, okay, I have pledged a certain amount to happen on a recurring basis. So I'm going to click recurring. You do have a couple of options here. You can choose every week, every 2 weeks, or monthly. I'm going to go ahead and select every week because on my generosity card I have indicated I'm going to give $10 every week. So that's what I'm going to get set up. You will have to tell it a start date, regardless of which option you choose. And so I'm going to just say, let's start on September 29th. You can put in a note here if you want to. You don't have to. It's completely optional. And so I'm just going to say Lord of Life Generosity Giving, and I'm going to click Add to the Basket. Once you do that, you have a little bit of a kind of initial review process here to just kind of check what you've signed up to give. We're going to give $10 weekly, and we're going to start on September 29th. So at this point, we want to continue to payment, and it will bring up this screen. In order to get this set up, you do have a couple of options for where that money will come from. You can either do it on a credit or debit card, and if that's your preference, you would then fill out your card information. You do have a check mark box here that you can click to save that payment method. I would recommend going ahead and doing that just so that it makes your weekly giving, if that's what you choose, or whatever your frequency of giving is, makes it consistent, and it actually makes sure that it happens without you having to go in every single time and put your payment information in. You would then also fill out your contact information here, and that's what you would do if you want to use a credit or debit card. If you want to use a bank account, you're going to click over here to the bank account option. You do have the choice of using a checking account or a savings account, just so that everyone knows. You would enter in your account information and your routing number. You do have to click this little box here saying that you acknowledge the payment is subject to those rules. Again, another check mark box to save this payment method for future use. Again, I would recommend doing that just to make everything consistent and easy. Same contact information boxes here. I obviously cannot at this point put in my information because then you all would have access to that, and no offense, I don't really want you guys to have that. Couple things on this page I would like to point out. You will notice that regardless of which option you choose, there is the possibility for you to elect to cover the processing fees associated with that method. So a credit card has a 2.6% processing fee. So you'll notice that that actually bumped our weekly $10 giving up to $10.27. If you do a bank account, it's got a 1% processing fee. So again, it bumped it up to $10.10. If you cover that, that means that the church does not have to cover it out of their general fund. So if you would like to do that so that the church doesn't have to pay the processing fee, you want to make sure that this little slide bar is highlighted over to the right. If you don't want to cover the processing fee, you do need to click that so that it will deselect that option, and then you'll notice it bumped our giving back down to the 10% we said at the beginning. Once you've got everything filled out with how you want the payment to come out, you will click Continue to Review. It will take you to a review page for you to just, again, do kind of a final review that all of your information is correct, be that your credit card information or your bank account information, as well as your contact information. Obviously, if anything needs to change, you would go in and change that and then review it again. And then once everything's reviewed and you're good to go, you would hit the button for submitting everything. And then lo and behold, your online giving is set up and ready to go. So it is really quite simple to get that set up. And hopefully if you were not able to attend either session of in-person help for that, this video may have provided a way for you to get this done from the comfort of your own home. A couple things I'd like to just kind of highlight before I stop the video is that once you do have everything set up, you can go to your profile up here, and it does give you some information you may or may not want to look at. The first thing it will let you see is your transactions, be that, hey, what's scheduled or what you've done in the past. So you do have access to that through this website if you need that information for anything. And it also will let you see your payment methods so that if you need to update, change, etc., anything with that, you can get to that information there. So, okay, hopefully, again, this maybe helps some of you get set up with online giving for your generosity giving for 2024, or potentially even doing a one-time donation online if that is something you would like to do. Thank you guys, and I will see you all in church.